Hi everyone, so a bit different video this time. I document a front brake upgrade on my Mk2. It turned out to be quite a job, so why not? And maybe someone finds this useful. I start by removing various things to get the steering knuckle assembly off. This will be replaced by a different one. Tie rod ends are a nasty thing. I should get a tool for these, but I don't have it right now. You can try to bash them like this, but most of the time they won't come out this way. So you have to bash them like this, and most of the time they will come out. Just don't hit them on the protective rubber like I just did. Undo the lower strut bolt. And some more bashing for the lower ball joint. Here's a side-to-side comparison, old brake assembly and the new. The old assembly is 235mm non-ventilated and the new is 256mm ventilated. The trouble with this swap is that the old steering knuckle doesn't take the larger caliper. Luckily I had the knuckles laying around from a G60 Corrado, which I unfortunately had to part out some years ago. That car had 280mm brakes, which would be great to have, but if I'd used these, my 14-inch winter wheels would not fit. The caliper is just too big. So here I partly disassembled the new calipers to inspect and clean. The caliper pins are in a okay condition, so I'll leave them be this time. Simple wire wheel does the trick for me this time. I do have a time constraint to get this done, otherwise these get media class. Well, maybe someday. Well, looks a bit nicer. 2 coats of epoxy primer, nothing fancy. And 2 coats of paint. I had trouble deciding what color to use, so I went with the most obvious choice. I remove the masking tape and check if the parts fit. All seems to be fine so far, and I can start putting the parts together. On the passenger side, the strut mount has large cracks in the rubber, so I switched that out for a new one. This is as best time as any for doing this. And I fit the strut back on the car. A hard lesson learned is to grease most things possible with copper grease so they don't seize. One of the replacement knuckles had a previous CV joint seized in so badly it didn't move even under a 20-ton press after being soaked in various penetrating fluids for 3 months. The assemblies tend to get quite heavy, so here's me manhandling it into its place. I have connected the caliper to its brake line and I am pumping the brake pedal to push the piston out. I want to inspect the piston and lubricate it with a silicone assembly grease I have left over from doing the rear brakes on my Mercedes coupe. I don't want to disassemble the caliper completely as I don't have the time for that right now, but I am going to rebuild the calipers with new rubber parts sometime this summer. And even more manhandling. And this is kind of the last stretch, tighten things into place, install pads. And install the caliper itself. When bleeding breaks, I just get someone to pump the pedal and I operate the bleeding valve, nothing fancy. And you can even see some bubbles. And that's basically it. If you liked the video, well, you know what to do. But for now, take care and goodbye.